is Terry Howe from Holiday Lanes in Alert Lea, Minnesota. We are here at the United States Bowling Academy Flight Tournament. What a crazy finale we have today. In third place on your left side here, in third place today in Flight 1, you have Brennan Howe. And he made some comment about making a big PBA jump left to shoot 270 his last game to pull him up into the finals, semifinals. Brennan Howe will be taking on Aaron Lensmeyer, who's been strong and steady all day long. And the number one seed today in Flight 1, of course, Brennan's little brother, Briley Howe. So Briley's off on 19 and 20 right now, just staying warm. And when I do say staying warm, I do believe the temperature here has a wind chill of somewhere around minus 20. And we had an incredible turnout today. Lots of people up here. We are a hardy bunch in the Midwest. No weather was going to hold us back.
All right. Good luck. Pick whatever. It's all right. I think we need to put some names in here first.
On the right-hand side, we have in the number 3 position Riley Amfinson, and he will be taking on Derek Rucker. In the second position, and the overall leader in that squad today was Jacob Dunham. So in Flight 2, Jacob Dunham. And you guys don't get to hear all the craziness, but Brennan Howe is off here to the left behind me, just yakking about his PBA jump left and his ball switch and what he needed to be successful. So it's pretty funny. Maybe we can get him on camera at some point for an interview. And he's bowling Aaron Lensmeyer, who he is actually, I know, coached in the last 6 months, so kind of his protege. And Aaron is bowled just unbelievably tried and true all day today. He's just been staying right in it. On the right-hand side, we have Riley Amfinson. He has definitely come up through the youth bowling ranks. He will be, I believe, a junior. Riley, you're a junior this year?
Sophomore.
Oh my gosh, Riley's only a sophomore this year. So yeah, he's got a couple years, and coaches that watch this, and I know you do, he is unclaimed, and he is a great kid with a great game, come from a bowling family. His older brother just signed with, he was the first person in Minnesota to sign with Iowa Central Community College this year. So he will be going off to Fort Dodge, Iowa. Derek Rucker on the right here is a freshman at Rochester Technical College in Rochester, Minnesota. RCTC, I think, is what it's called. His dad is also a high school coach here, Brian Rucker, for Minnesota State High School Bowling. I believe he's the Pine Island coach. Also a very, very good bowler in his own right. There's some young bowlers that made flights down here too. We got Hunter Pomier from Strike Force Lanes in New Prague, Minnesota. I'm trying to look across here. We have a lot of new bodies, which I'm excited about. One of the flight leaders, I think Flight 3 leader, was Justin Prino. He shot a big 290 to rocket himself into place. This was a tough shot today. There's a lot of topography, a lot of history to this house, and the lower end seemed to fly like crazy, and the upper end just really was very dead reacting on the end. We also have Rena Bauer. Rena Bauer, if she wins her flight, I believe she was a Flight 4 winner, or Flight 4 leader, excuse me. If she wins Flight 4, she then takes over the record for the most wins in this region for girls. So very exciting. Kind of wish I was taping that, because I'm all about the girl power. All of these guys here, great games. Aaron Lensmeyer to the left. He is from the Belle Plaine High School bowling team. His mom also the coach for that league. And if you're seeing a common denominator here, Riley Amfinson bowled for excuse me, the CLMS team, and then most recently the Waterville Legion Morristown team. And his dad is also a coach, and his mom, Mary Amfinson, also very, very active, helping us out here as volunteers. Dan, also a volunteer for the United States Bowling Academy. To the right, I see Blake Grunsky, also bowling for Alert Lea High School. The really fun thing for me to see is all these different high school bowlers that compete against each other during our co-ed season here, and they come out in the lane at the flight tournament, and they're all just best friends and hanging out, and it's so much fun. And they all help to take each other to another level too. So I know we don't have scoring, so I'll try to keep you up to date as much as possible. Right now we're in the second frame. Derek's got 20 in the first with a strike up. Garrett has 6 in the first frame because he had just a little bit of a slip gutter on his first shot. He's back in now because he's got a double to follow. On the left-hand side, Bean seems to be having a hard time carrying on lane 10. He went 9 spare strike 9. And Aaron on the left side, looks like they're having the same similarity here. 9 spare strike 8 spare. So they're kind of going Dutch across at this point. It was great to see the numbers that we had here today. Big thank you to Dustin Barr, owner of this center. He always does such a nice job welcoming us in. We had Lauren Kaiser here today, the manager. He's also the high school coach for Alert Lea and a very high-level bowler himself. We had Tyler Espy here, who was once on the Alert Lea team, very high-level bowler. Tyler Espy was running lane calls for us. Excuse me, too long in Vegas last week. I'm still coughing here a little bit from the dryness, but what a great week. For those of you that are looking for a great family vacation, if you're bowling nerds like we are, like the Howes are, we go out to the JBT main event run by Jared Flores and Jeff Heemer. JBT main event usually starts about the 26th of December, runs through the 30th. It's a great youth tournament, runs both handicap and scratch, team doubles and singles. Really nice payout. I think it's $3,500 top price for the scratch division. Then we take a day off or so, New Year's Eve in Vegas, and then we head right into Team USA trials. And Team USA trials are, I mean, it's the greatest $350 that you could spend to educate your child on sport conditions, on cover stock, on weight blocks, on lane conditions, on burning the lane. I mean, it's just an amazing, taxing, mentally, physically taxing week. So unbelievable every year. Very, very exciting. He and your buddy Zach Carr's joined. Hi, Zach Carr. Bean's trying to concentrate, but he's laughing that you're on here. Cooper Tate, we missed you today, Cooper. I hope you're feeling better from the week. I know you, along with Briley, along with a bunch of kids, got the flu at team trials, so. Hi, Michael Harlow. They're bowling regionals in Kendo? Is that North Dakota, I'm assuming. Love our big family. Susan Grindy also. Hello, guys. These are the semifinals. On the left-hand side, you have the Flight 1 bowlers. They would be the top 3 bowlers in their flight of 10. On the right-hand side, you have the flight 2 bowlers. They would be the second 10 bowlers advancing within their flight. So we split it up here with the flight tournament. We take the top 10, the next 10, the next 10, the next 10, and so on, depending on how many individuals we have bowling. And the last 2 games are spent specifically trying to make it to the top 3 spots in your flight in order to advance to the stepladder finals. Hello, Mark London. Yes, this is a great day to stay indoors. And we got up at the break of dawn to get here this morning and spend time with bowling family. Love it, love it, love it. Wouldn't have my life any other way. Mark London, acclaimed writer for the Bowlers Journal. I love that you're in Houston, Texas, and you're watching little old us up here in Alert Lea, Minnesota. If you look across these 4 here too, the style differences, you know, but for the most part, these guys have just a little bit more behind the ball. I guess I don't exactly like the terminology stroker, but they're just a little bit straighter up, and that's how they've been playing today. Or maybe it's just that these 4 all have the ability to play right of 12 or left of 12, which is absolutely true. Wow. In these top 2 flights, these 4 people right now that are in the semifinals for Flight 1 and Flight 2 could all very easily have been in the top 3 positions of Flight 1. And I love looking to the right and seeing Flights 3 and 4 and seeing the young talent that we have coming up behind this group. This group is sophomore in college, senior in high school, sophomore in high school, freshman in college. Down the way we have 8th grader, 7th grader, 10th grader. Awesome to see. All right, to the left here in the 6th frame, Aaron Lensmeyer has a 128, and he left a 9-pin in the 7th. And again, also very rewarding for Bean, because I know Bean has worked with Aaron over the past 6 months or so on his game and bettering some things, bettering his knowledge. I love Briley has taught with us since he was probably 11 years old, and Bean has just come into his right to start teaching with us in the last year, and it's very exciting to have my entire family together educating. So. And we have an identical game on lane 9 and 10, Flight 1. Both having 128 in the 6th, both having left 9 pins, and hopefully both having picked them up. On the right-hand side, we have a 2-pin game on the right-hand side. We have Derek Rucker has 107 in the 5th with a double up, and Riley Amfinson has 105 in the 5th with a double up. And Derek puts another one in the pocket. We had today the shot was Alcatraz. The shot here is definitely the groove worn by the house bowlers is right around 10 boards. So Tyler Espy did a really good job of trying to find something that would take the break point away from 10. So his resolve was to use Alcatraz, and the shot was much more difficult than what you're seeing now. Earlier today, the scores were lower. Normally we see, a plus 100, at least plus 100 and plus, and above that. And today I think the top qualifier after 4 was at minus 10. So kind of exciting. So Riley Amfinson just got an 8 count and spared it. So Riley now has a 153 in the 7th, and Derek potentially has a 167 in the 7th. So we're looking at about a 14-pin lead by Derek Recker at this point. And I do believe Derek Recker won at our Eau Claire event also, so I know he has a win. Oh my gosh. Oh! Aaron leaves a 7-10, and Messengers drop both of them. Very exciting. Another 8 count for Riley. Bean would really like a double right here because he'd really like a shot at his brother. And tied up. Tied up. This is amazing. 148 in the 7th, 148 in the 7th. And Riley picks up his spare. Riley with a potential 191 in the 9th. Derek potential 197 in the 8th. Oh, Bean. Darn it. And Bean goes 6-7-10. He wanted a shot at his brother in the finals too. Game's not over. Derek with 8 count. So we have 165 in the 7th for Derek. We have 153 in the 7th for Riley. .203 finish with that crazy big split in the 10th for Brennan. And really all Aaron needs here is a strike. And this is over. So Derek picks up his spare, 185 in the 8th to 171 in the 8th for Riley. So Riley's going to need to strike out here. Aaron leaves a 10-pin. Oh, Lord.
Yep.
And Brennan Howe takes 3rd place. Nice job, Aaron. Nice job. Derek now has a 201 in the 9th. Riley's potential is 191 in the 9th. Both with the potential 221. Both of these matches were incredibly close, especially the flight 1 right up to the 10th frame. Derek spares it. If Derek spares strikes here, if he strikes, he's a 221. If Riley strikes out, and Aaron Lensmeyer will be advancing to bowl Riley Howe in the finals of flight 1 today. On the right-hand side, Derek needs a strike just to pressure Riley to strike out. And there it is. Derek has a 221. If Riley strikes out, he shoots 221, and we have a 9th and 10th game roll-off. So, Aaron Lensmeyer over Brennan Howe, 216 to 203. Bean was so on, too, and just checked up on that just a little bit. Tense moment for Riley. He strikes out. He forces a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. And you can't beat lucky. He gets 1. He gets 2 more. We have a roll-off. This is some good bowling here in the finals. Again, Riley Effinson is a sophomore on the right-hand side here. He is bowls high school for Waterville Legion Morristown. He has not committed to a school. He's got an unbelievable game and comes from a bowling family. Again, his brother going off to Iowa Central Community College, having signed there. He was the first Minnesota bowler to sign there for the 2018-19 season. Derek Rutger going to RCTC as a freshman. I believe that's a 2-year school. So there is potential too, college coaches to recruit him out of that school to a bowling program. All right, so the winner on the right-hand side here, Derek Rucker, 221 over Riley Amfinson, 209. Great match, guys, great match. On the left-hand side, we have Briley Howe warming up. He was the #1 overall seed today. Briley will be taking on Aaron Lensmeyer in the championship. On the right-hand side, you have Jacob Dunham out of UW La Crosse. And he will be throwing his 2 shots in each lane as warm-up. Today, for those of you who are listening, we were talking about Junior Gold. Junior Gold being, I believe, just throwing a dart. It's somewhere July 14th through the 21st, I think, somewhere in that range, that part of July anyway. It'll be in the Dallas, Texas area. Our Junior Gold qualifier for today was Scott Ketch. And we also talked about the squads. Every year I set up the squads for our Midwest area here so that we can kind of all get together, because even though Minnesota, even though this is a singles event, Junior Gold is a singles event, you know, Minnesota, I'm not even going to say Minnesota anymore. This Midwest region always likes to go as a team. So I try to arrange the squads. For those of you that say Squad 1 for the U20 boys is already closed, just check back occasionally. It's going to open and close throughout June. I believe they just keep them closed, close them up once in a while so that they can keep all the squads even, which makes sense. All right, so Riley and Aaron are off to a start. And on the left-hand side, the championship between Briley Howe and Aaron Lensmeyer starts out with 9 spare. I have a feeling, though, these two guys are going to open it up here and show us some pretty good scores. Actually, some really good scores. On the right-hand side, we have Jacob Dunham. Jacob Dunham, a very seasoned bowler here on the right-hand side, too. His father, also the coach for UW La Crosse, their bowling team, Scott Dunham. Across the house here, I coach, and we have Brennan and Briley. Aaron's mom coaches. Derek's dad coaches. Riley's dad coaches. And Scott's dad coaches. So what are you seeing? The incredible commitment that you see here in this top 2 flights comes from a lot of volunteer coaching in the state of Minnesota. Well, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa. We had South Dakota here today. We had people driving a long distance. Wisconsin in this crazy weather. But you know what? We're a hardy bunch here in the Midwest. You just throw on your cuddle duds underneath your pants and an extra sweatshirt, and off you go. Aaron, another 9-pin. Ay, ay, ay. On the left-hand side, we have 9 spare. 9 spare. Derek Rucker, sparing. 9 spare, 7 spare. All spare games across the house right now. Aaron's game looking amazing. I keep watching the Flight 1 or Flight 4 finals to the right. It is Rena Bauer against Blake Grunsky. And if Rena advances, she wins she takes over the #1 seed for the girls division for the most wins. So a little bit of pressure for Rena down there. I can't see the scores from here. I wish I could. I might have to sneak out on you and go check it out. Ooh, that one got down a little soon. Another 9. We're going 9 spare itis here on the championship pair. Rena and Blake going at it hard, but Rena wants this. She just had a strike, 9 spare, and a double up. She's worked very, very, very hard at her game. She's on our high school team. Ooh, she's got a turkey. She practices a lot. And she's only a sophomore. Got great rotation, gets the ball down early. She gets a little more knowledge and she's going to be dangerous. And Briley 4 9s. Goodness. So many different styles here. Love this 20-lane center in Alert Lea, Minnesota. Holiday lanes. They also have Lane 21 Pro Shop. We're in southern Minnesota. I'm guessing we're about 5 to 10 minutes from the Iowa border. At the most. Beautiful lake community, and Briley leaves a 7-pin. Wow. Wow and wow. On the right-hand side, we have Jacob Dunham, 7 spare, 9 spare, error spare. So I'm not really sure what that was. I missed it. Ooh, that's the first time I've seen Derek not be dead on his spares. Throws the ball a lot like his dad. Very precise, nice roll. Good posturing. Nice relaxed position. Rena down there also bowling in her Team Kest jersey. Team Kest to strike out cancer. Aaron Lensmeyer again gets the Best Dressed Award. Those pants are awesome. We also talked about the Minnesota State USBC. USBC awards. There are 6 scholarships going out to college seniors, or excuse me, high school seniors going on to college. They're all $1,000 scholarships. That deadline is June 15th, June 1st, I believe, June 1st. And there's also 2 additional college scholarships, I believe. That are also $1,000 going to bowlers that are already in college. So. And Aaron just absolutely on the ball. So he went 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, and he's got a double up. Briley 9 spare, 4-9, and 9 spare. But he's not down and or out. Derek having 2 opens, very unusual. And Jacob Dunham jumping on that open. So Jacob has 57 in the third with a double up. Derek has 48 in the third with an open in the fourth. Briley double up. I think that 4-9 perturbed him, we'll say. Great turnout today. Go Vikings, Skol Vikings. Everyone already trying to clean up here so we can make sure we're ready to watch the Vikings game at 3 o'clock Central Time. Aaron, another strike. Aaron finishing up his high school season this year as a senior and making the All-State team and bowling for Belle Plaine High School. Briley was part of Faribault High School 2 years ago. Derek Rucker part of Pine Island High School team 2 years ago. And Jacob Dunham, he was in Wisconsin, so I'm not really sure what high school he bowled for. I'm going to have to find that out. Oh, I thought that one was going to go. It was even tapped in the gutter. Aaron's game is unbelievable. And now 4 in a row. 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, and a ham bone for Aaron Lensmeyer. And he is not letting up on this. Not in any way, shape, or form. We have Justin Prino off to the right of us. He's part of the Clams team. Going to be qualifying February 25th. At Concord Lanes in South St. Paul. We have a USA Bowling U15 and a U12 qualifier. He's going to be bowling with his Clams team. This year I have put together an Otters team. And we all joke together because we are all family and friends, but I put together the Otters team because otters eat clams. Oh, Briley. He's bowled so well all day today, too. All of these guys have. All of these guys. Bradley was the #1 qualifier today, led the field. His brother in third. In between Aaron Lensmeyer, whose game has just advanced incredibly. And Aaron has not committed to a school yet at this point either, so... To the right, I see Blake Grunsky, who is bowling Rena Bauer, and Blake is on the Alert Lea High School team. There were 2 or 3 kids from the kids from the Alert Lea High School team here today. That was cool. We had Mankato West team members here, Mankato East team members, New Prague team members, Winona, just looking around, Faribault, Pine Island, Zambroda Mazeppa. You know, high school bowling was originated by Gary Stotts and Chuck Leone and, gosh, I can't think of the third person that started it. But high school bowling, I believe, originated in Minnesota in 1984. And what it's done for bowling around here, so many of the high school coaches that put in so much volunteer time have done such a great job to help to drive these kids to these events that help them to prepare for college. So as the United States Bowling Academy, that's what we do. We are a teaching academy. We started this flight series so that we could help to teach these kids how to advance to college, what kind of shots they'd be on when they went to college. And it's working. Guys are going to be prepared and ready to go. Every event, we have all our college kids out onto the approach, and we ask them to be leaders. We ask them to teach the younger kids, to help them develop. Aaron Lensmeyer in this, has 177 in the 7th. Bradley Howe's going to need to strike out here in order to even have a chance. Bradley strikes out for 211. Yes, 211. And right now, Aaron is sitting with 207. Oh, what a bummer. Bradley missed once. His 4-9 was in the pocket. 9 spare, 9 spare, 4-9. 9 spare, double up. 1 miss in the 7th, and that's all it's going to take to drop him to 2nd place. On the right-hand side, and that finishes our match. Our Flight 1 match, and Aaron Lensmeyer is our champion for today over Bradley Howe. Bradley Howe maxes out at 200. And Aaron, potential 237 if he strikes out. Derek Rucker back on again. Just having some, I don't know. This is only 6 games, but it's very intense. We try to make it intense. There's a really good crew that bowls here. There's the first one. On the right-hand side, Jacob Dunham has 154 in the 7th with a double up. Derek Rucker maxes out at 143. Gosh, and he also did very well today and had a great semifinal match. Derek finishes with 131. The Flight 2 champion today, Jacob Dunham. On the left-hand side, our overall champion with 1 more strike shoots 237 to Bradley Howe's 200, Aaron Lensmeyer. And Rena Bauer wins the Flight 4 championship and now takes over the lead for girls in our series here in this region with the most amount of wins. So great job, Rena. Great job. One more shot here, picking up this 10-pin Jacob Dunham with a 247. Or Aaron Lensmeyer with his strikeout. Well, it's 247 to 200. I'm sorry, I miscalculated. And on the right-hand side, Jacob wins with his 233. So congratulations. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you, everyone, for coming. So many of these kids that make our flights are available still and haven't signed with colleges. So college coaches, if you have any questions, this is Terry Howe. Again, please either message us at info@UnitedStatesBowlingAcademy.com. You can go to usba.rocks. You can go to our United States Bowling Academy Facebook page. You can go to the Terry Miller Howe Facebook page. That's HAUGH. Just let us know if there's something you can help us with. We are back again January 28th, and we will be in another new site, which is River Falls at St. Croix Lanes. And I'm very excited to be there. That's the home of Dick Ritker. And Dick Ritker was the one who started me in coaching. So I guess he's to blame, you guys. He's to blame. So, all right, guys, drive safely. Have a great day. Skol Vikings.